Overconsumption has always been tied to status.
These sunshades, they're really chunky.
You know you had a good shopping trip when your arms are sore from carrying all the bags.
170 US dollars, Australian dollars.
Let's do a quick little YSL haul.
Super soft. The original price of these guys was $64 and I got...
Let's be real, if you spent any time on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, you've definitely seen it. Someone showing off their latest shopping haul, the next skincare must-have, or coffee maker that's bound to change your life. We're buying more than ever, but here's the thing. Overconsumption is nothing new. It's just evolved with the times.
Alert. I'm gonna meet Sydney Sweeney today. Actually,
This item, these items, and that.
First, I got this really cozy blue sweater.
This was a very good decision, very good choice, great quality.
And then we add the bag.
And then I saw red leggings. I've been looking for red leggings.
And today I'm breaking down why we're addicted to it, why it's not going anywhere, and what the future holds for how we spend. Overconsumption has always been tied to status. I mean, who has the means to collect so many things other than the people who, again, have the means?
Look how easily it follows me wherever I go. And talk about power.
In the 50s, it was fancy cars and shiny home appliances, the newest oven or the newest kitchen appliance, or, you know, that vacuum, which is like this new luxury item that you can buy for your house. And fast forward to 2000, reality TV stars flaunted their mansions and closet full of designer stuff. Now, thanks to social media, it's not just celebrities showing off. It's your neighbor, it's your coworker, it's your friend, it's even you and me. And it all fits into 15, 30, 45, whatever short amount of time that can get your attention. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube even have made overconsumption a full-blown spectacle, compressing what we see in those 30-minute episodes, 1 hour-long shows, a special, whatever it may be, into a 30-second addictive soundbite clip. It's not just what people are posting, it's how much of it we are actually consuming at the rate that we are. And it's such a exponential rate. Let's be honest. Algorithms are meant to keep you watching and scrolling. That's the point of the algorithm. Every algorithm, every platform wants people to stay there and people to stay there for as long as they can, whether it's the creators or the consumers, the people who watch the videos. So it's creating an endless cycle of, I want that, I need that, I should have that by now, I should be this by now, I should do that by now, I should have been here, oh, that person's doing this, why couldn't I get this done? Does that sound familiar to you? First off, the rise of the self-care and the beauty community and industry. During the pandemic, we all felt out of control, and that definitely meant that self-care took over. Everyone wanted self-care because, again, we were in scary times. Let's be real. A lot of people lost their lives, and so we were scared, and, you know, you were just lucky to be alive and well, and you wanted to treat yourself, and you don't know when the next day was going to end, right? So self-care really, really skyrocketed in the 2020s, 2021. Buying that $50 moisturizer or that newest home gadget or office equipment that you maybe didn't need, but you felt like you deserved it, and again, scary times. It was a small way for you to reclaim that feeling of lack of control and, you know, maybe hopelessness even. And brands, oh, they loved it. They pushed the idea of taking care of yourself more and more. Influencers got paid more or sent more beauty products. I know I definitely sent a lot of beauty products. It's just an abundance of it. So you get sent all these beauty and self-care products saying, oh, you know, take care of yourself, you deserve this. You do deserve it, but it shouldn't be at the cost of your budget, your finances, and just overindulge in something that you don't need or maybe not actually be good for you. Because that's another part that we'll get into. So companies pushing the idea physically, mentally, emotionally, oh, you need this, you need that. This is what is the next hot thing that will change your life and everything. It's no coincidence. Listen, I get it. I bought a few wish list handbags myself. I definitely did in 2020. Bought a lot of crop tops and mini skirts that I necessarily didn't fit into my lifestyle. I've been very honest about all of this. But that's what made me open my eyes to see, like, what is this? Why am I doing this? Just because I want to reclaim some sense of control by buying random stuff that I've been pitched to because a lot of influencers were online, you know, posting. I thought all those things will fix my life, will make my life better. Oh, let me just buy this new cream. Let me just do that. Why? I didn't need that. My skin was totally fine. And now doing more stuff caused more issues. And then there's work from home, right? When offices shut down and people were home, you needed an upgrade. You know, more than likely you didn't have a proper setup. I know I didn't. I didn't have a proper desk at the time in the beginning. I didn't have a proper screen. Eventually I got those things over time. Those were investments that I had to make in the home office. And that necessarily didn't actually come from my company. I know some people got it, but that did not come from where I work from. But that was just upgrades that you made to your home. And those were part of the cost that you were putting into stuff, right? So again, more spending, more consumption, especially during those 2020 to 2021 where people were working from home. Now companies are pulling that back again, and we're going to see another spending shift, right? Because a lot of companies maybe lost foot traffic around the stores that they may own, or, you know, a lot of these companies lease these buildings from other developers or other companies that they, you know, that have these real estate developments, right? So all this commercial real estate is sitting around barely being used. People they want us back in the office. That's part of the money and some of the profit they will make, not just from the fact that they can get money back from the rent that they're paying, because people are actually there, right? Imagine if, I guess, you're paying rent and you were never there. Companies are struggling as well, guys. So they're like, we need people to spend more money in our buildings and around. What's going to happen? They want us back in the office because, again, it's another shift in spending. I said companies are struggling, right? Because they need you back so that you spend more money around the area, because now you're buying from restaurants in the area or in the building itself if they have a cafeteria or something like that. Profit. The fact that they're paying for the commercial real estate that they're renting from or whatever they're leasing from, they actually get to make money back, because it's not just an empty building. They're paying lights, they're paying air, they're paying all this stuff, and not a lot of people come in there. They want to see that money being used. Again, there's an aspect of control there. They want to see that if I'm here, I see that I can watch you. Does that necessarily mean more productivity? No, they know this. But the whole point, I think, in my opinion, is work from home is going to force a lot of people to quit their jobs. That's going to be fine, because they intend to do that. They intend to have people quit. And in that sense, they have more to go around, more profit in the long run. So that is not an unintentional thing, but they know that you will spend more money in the long run with gas, with, you know, buying food around the area. All of those things are part of that. So yeah, as we're starting to feel the pinch of inflation and economic instability, yes, the push for work from home will definitely come back. There's a report that says that most companies are shifting back towards that. Amazon has done it. All these big companies that you would think could thrive very well without being in person, or not saying they want people back in person. Even government agencies. It's a weird times, but it's on purpose, because the companies are struggling. So they need you back to use your money there to hold the companies up. That is the workers' plight. And here's the thing. Overconsumption doesn't look the same for everyone. For the rich, it's still about exclusivity. You will not have what they have. You will not maybe send your kids to all the private schools and go on the trips and have the multiple properties or all the stuff. You may not have that. You may get one or two, but you may not have what they have. That's what the ultra rich have. It's still exclusivity. You won't have it. And that's okay. That's most people will know. Private jets, designer bags, all those stuff. Those are the level of wealth we're talking about. Remember, we talked about Succession, Palm Royale, this, that, and the other. Because that's part of what sits with all of those ideals. It's not just I can have a nice house and, I can pay my rent and mortgage and everything. That's just, at this point, affordability and comfortability. Financial freedom. We're talking ultra rich, exclusivity. You're not in that field. Forget about it. And for the rest of us, it's about affordable luxury. And remember, I told you, luxury for everyone is going to look different. More and more so now. It's going to look like micro purchases, subscription packages, things like that are now the little wealth indicators for the affordable luxuries. Apps like Klarna, Afterpay, PayPal, all of those that give you an option to pay as you go, buy now, pay later. It's easier more than ever to slip into those debts, because affordability comes at a cost, usually debt, as I just mentioned. And with the job market hard as it is right now, being as competitive as it is right now, spending is definitely going to feel like a way to maintain an image. I mean, we even see like sport betting going bigger, right? Because you could show that you're spending money to try to get money, right? You look like you got it together. Like I said, buy now, pay later apps are on the rise. Gen Z loves it. But obviously it's a trap. That's the overconsumption trap. It's like sometimes you have to literally say, I would like to have this, but like, I'm just going to keep it in my cart. I've been doing that more and more recently. I'll just keep it in my cart for like a month. If it's not an emergency where it's like, I obviously need this thing and it's been sitting in my cart for a month, maybe a month and a half, I've saved it for later. I'll be totally fine without it. That is a mere luxury. It's not something that I really need. Where are we headed? By 2025, like I said, I think consumption and overconsumption in general is going to be split. We're going to still see, obviously, the ultra rich, expensive, Hermes lifestyle, all of those type of so it's going to be here. It's not going to go anywhere. That's the whole point of like creating this attainable luxury or like this aspirational lifestyle. There has to be something to be aspirational to, right? So it's definitely not going away. Okay, wealthy will double down. It's going to be way more bespoke things. Like I said, I think honestly, in my opinion, that is luxury when it comes to clothing, like things that are bespoke and personalized and tailored to you. But we're going to see a lot more of those. Exclusive memberships like crazy, more exclusive than exclusive, and more cost and more, even the simplest subscriptions you may have now the lowest ones have ads in them. The cost of the other ones are higher. We're going to see more of that. Limited edition everything, okay? Limited release here, limited release there, because people need to hop on it and only the people who know or in the know would have it, right? And the middle class will lean into micro-consumption. Small, frequent buys that feel affordable but add up quickly. Oh, of course, and we can't forget the tech. Everything is AI now. Now, I'm scared of AI because I think it's a lot of energy that we're burning to do something very why do we need some of this? And it's being preached as the future of maybe work, which is a little bit scarier thought because there's 2,500 movies that warn us about this at this point. We've definitely seen the rise of virtual goods. You can put any kind of anything, even on Amazon, into your home now with an AR augmented reality, to see how it fits in your space. So that's nothing new at this point. A lot of people, a lot of brands, a lot of companies are doing it in fashion, in tech, and everything, right? So yeah, I don't think we will stop chasing buying stuff as long as that's what's preached constantly. The more you have or you have this, it will be better. Someone will fall to it. Someone was bound to fall into those traps because it just hits different people at different points of their psychology, and they know what they're doing. Marketers and companies and brands know what they're doing, so they know the formula that actually tricks your psychology into wanting that product. Overconsumption is not going anywhere, but we can be mindful of how we spend. I talk about this in most of my videos now because, again, it's so easy to fall into that overconsumption trap. I know this, okay? The next time you're tempted by a TikTok haul or a YouTube video or a reel on Instagram, just ask yourself, do I really need this? Can I keep it in my cart for a few days and then come back to it? And if I don't need it at that point, do I really need it as an emergency, or is this more of a splurge? Because if you really need the shoes or whatever you're looking at and the only shoe you have is broken, you will buy that shoe because it's necessary, right? And whatever price range is affordable to you. But that's because you needed it. But to just be I just want to buy 2,500. Do I really need this? Am I getting caught up in this moment right now? Trust me, your future self and your wallet. Thank you. What habits and what tricks have you hacked into to try to curb your overconsumption? And what are you going into with 2025? And don't forget to check out my video on how TikTok killed luxury. So all of these things that all these companies have been working towards. Bye. Because of TikTok. Until next time. Bye.